Hello chaps. Wednesday lunchtime. I've just honed one of my favourite razors on 3 stones and I'm prepared now to shave with it. It had microchips. If you see my latest this morning's little video, it was microchips along the edge of a Puma 91 high class, which is a beautiful razor. I wasn't very happy, obviously, with my last shave with it. I checked it under the mic. Yeah, there's microchips. Anyway, I'm doing the famous pre-shave from Jacques, which is to use one of your favourite, in this case, this is my usual Cella Red, which I always recommend for the simple reason it's cheap, cheerful, and it's very kind. It is a perfectly adequate lather. Anyway, let me veer away from the soap side of things, which I am not an expert. So, splash of water on the face with a flannel, a little bit of pre-shave, if you want to call it pre-shave, I do. And I'm going to use a slightly different brush today. I don't know where this one came from. It's probably from an endangered species in China. I don't know, it wasn't deer anyway, it was from a eBay supplier. The reason I don't particularly like this brush is I don't know what it was made from, panda's pubic hairs or something. It's quite stingy to use. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit fierce. No, I don't like it. Won't be using that one. Yeah, it's scratchy, and that puts me off slightly. Anyway, point being today is going to be one of my rare shaves using a stone that I'm not used to. I'm pretty much a 20k or 12k synthetic stone user, but today I had great joy in refreshing the edge on 3 stones, a 5k, a nice white 8k, and finally Gary's wonderful little coticle. So I did the whole lot by hand on one hand, and I think it's going to be a very interesting result. But also I'm going to throw into the equation a great big 9/8 razor from Nicholas. And Nicholas over in America, he does put on remarkably good edges. He is a master honer, and this Herr and razor 9/8, I've only used it once. I'm longing to use it again. I think Nicholas always ends up by using a natural stone. So I'm assuming this one, this Herr, he did tell me and I've forgotten, but I'm assuming that it ended up either on a JNat or on a black arc. I'm a little bit anti-black arcs at the moment because they take so much work. Anyway, let me show you the 2 razors in question. There is the 9/8, which is, in my opinion, a very beautiful razor. And there, if you really want to see quality, there's the Puma, which we want to test to see what it's like on a coticle. So, let's have a go first with the Puma. Now this little cotty edge is nice. I confirm what most people say. Well, by the way, this is 3 days of stubble. It's pretty thick. And as some of our experts have already mentioned, my favourite being long haul tanker. Hello, Leon. Leon says quite rightly, as you get older, your bristle turns into barbed wire. So, yeah, that's good. Not as sharp as some edges I've had. I would say probably slightly kinder, but let's not jump the gun. Yeah, that's nice. No two ways about it. This is a very deep hollow
blade, and it's cutting through some quite horrendous stuff with no effort at all. Yeah, that's one side of my face done. And really, you could argue, does it need another pass? I'd say not. Perfectly adequate shave. However, let's do the other side with a monster. I rather like big blades. This for me is pretty much ideal. This is a 6/8, and I don't like much smaller. Let's go now. This wonderful Herr and razor. This manly sized. Again, for those novices, be very careful when you're swapping one size of razor for another that your muscle memory isn't quite ready for it. So always be careful when you place the blade on your face. Far better to use the spine. So put the spine on first, then angle down to a nice low angle until you can feel it cut. Now it's cutting. If you go straight in, which I've done, and go, oh, let's have a shave, you will put the edge into your face. Yeah, this is good. I'm altering the angle as we go. Once you get used to your straight razor shaves, you can alter the angle a bit more. Start off like this, very low angle, especially on the moustache. Oh, suds up the nose. Anyway, excuse the pun, but you're splitting hairs now between these two razors. Yeah, this is a big fella. 9/8. But they're both very hollow ground. I think this one is slightly less hollow ground. I think this is closer to a half hollow. But it's smooth. Now, I don't want to debunk the coticle side of things. I don't know what Nick used, exactly what he used on this edge. But it's carving away beautifully. This is a smooth edged razor, not over sharp. I have been slightly over sharpening some of my blades. I mean, I like a sharp edge. I mean, 20K is pretty sharp. Anyway, let's lather up a little more. Dabbing this horrible brush into the... Yeah, I really don't appreciate brushes that stab you. And this is bloody rough, to be honest. I'll put a bit more lather on it. I don't think I should be using this one anymore. I know word has it that you're supposed to soak for some time some brushes. I just don't have the patience for that. So I'm not going to bother soaking it. No. Maybe this is made from porcupine quills, but it's bloody horrible. Especially now I've already done one pass and the skin is exfoliated and therefore is a little more tender. No. We have an expression for items like this. It's complete shite. So that's going in the bin, and we're going to go and use a proper brush, which is this, which is my old favourite, which is a 30mm synthetic, and you don't need to put it in hot water, cold water, or any other water. It works perfectly every single time. So if someone wants to gift me a top-end Badger brush, I will try with that. But quite honestly, what a world of difference. That's a nice synthetic, cheap as chips, from a good company. This is of course a yucky brush, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So let's not talk about that anymore. Here we go again. do dry fingers before a second pass, or you'll pay the penalty. And although Heidelberg scars look fine on Prussian officers, they don't look too good on us. So we're going to go now against the grain. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Let's instantly change razor and do the same stroke on this one. Yeah, nothing between them. So well done, Nicholas. I don't know what you used, but I can't tell the difference. So whether this was on a JNet or whether this was on a black arc, I don't know. They were stropped by me this morning in exactly the same manner, so I don't know. Anyway, I would say the ability to go with only 3 stones from a chippy edge to a perfect edge, I was rather impressed. Perhaps I have been using too many stones, synthetic stones, to put an edge on. This is a lovely little razor. Bloody brilliant. Let's go again, altering the angle as I go, because I'm a little bit nervous, because the last time I did this with a 5/8 I nicked myself. Don't like 5/8. Anyway, going against the moustache. Yeah. Nice little razor. I want to try exactly the same manoeuvre on the hair and see how we get on with that. I'm not going to lather up again, or just a little tad. No, just a little touch, just to see if I can feel any difference between the two. They're both very good. I spot the difference. Trimming around the mouth is a good test. No, I like them both. So, in conclusion, do I pump for an unknown edge by Mr. Madamba, or do I go for my edge, which I've just put on? The razors being different steel, different periods. So it's a bit unfair really, isn't it? And this is modern steel, and it's beautiful. No, I would say, I'm going to say go back one more pass. Let's go one more pass with the traditional 6/8 ultra hollow grind with my coticle edge on it. Let's give it a little trim. This is what makes straight razor shaving such an intriguing hobby. The fact is, we need to shave, unless you want to look like a hairy football player. We need to shave, in which case, why not make it a hobby? This is more delicate. No, I'm going to give it to the, I'm going to give it to this Puma. Yeah, I would say the Puma is absolutely gorgeous. Another little test I like to do with Martin's test shaves is when you vary the angle, do you actually notice a lot of difference in its cutting? With a really good edge on this little coticle edge, whether it's a low angle, which you should try to use, or whether it's a steep angle, like underneath your nose, it makes no difference. This is just brilliant. Next question is it a kinder edge? Well, the answer to that is in shaving with it, I wouldn't say there's very much between them. Except this is definitely kind of going against the grain. I mean, that's delicious, really is. Yeah, but these are known as classically good razors. Not all Pumas are exactly the same, naturally. No, I've got to give it to the Puma with a coticle edge. The other little thing I like to do is you can go over the same area and still pick up stubble. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's really cutting. Which is a mystery to me because it's already baby bum smooth, so somehow it's raising the stubble out from the skin and still cutting it, even though on the finger test there's nothing there, it's baby bum smooth. So, for a quick refresh, which is what I've just done, to remove some rather annoying microchips. 3 stones was enough. And let's do the smear test. Smear on, lift off, smear on, lift off. Yep. That's one very good shave. For those just venturing into this fascinating world of straight razor shaving, the more you do, the better you get. It takes a little while for muscle memory to cut in. So at first, do please listen to all the greats out there, all the masters. This morning I watched a beautiful video by Leon, long haul tanker, and he is a master. So listen to all the hints and tips, and they're never wrong. Keep your angle low, etc., etc. But you know, I don't need another pass. That's it. I mean, that's baby bum smooth with 2 passes. Cotties, yes, they do give a comfortable shave. But my contention is it the soap? No. Is it the brush? Definitely no. Is it possibly your prep? A nice warm flannel for a few moments with hot water does make a heck of a difference. Main thing is it the steel? So the steel, Puma steel is good. Modern steel is very good. So I'm split. I don't know quite really which way to argue this one. All I would say is practice makes perfect. That was a perfect shave. I'm as happy as Larry. I only spent a little while putting a new edge on this. It didn't need to go back to fixing the edge in any way, really. Just a refresh. And look what I get. I'll check it under the mic in a minute to make sure there's no nicks. But I would say a cotty edge from 5k to 8k, and then straight from 8k after you've used your slurry, from a 8k water straight onto a slurried cotty, and then no slurry on the cotty. And look, very nice indeed. Thanks for watching, chaps. I do hope these are vaguely useful to you, these little videos. And I'll see you all soon. Success!